Good morning. This is Carolina from State Adventures. So lovely to meet you. Thank you so much for connecting with us about your trip to Tanzania this holiday season. Just to help you out understand how everything works, let me jump on, share my screen, and you can see the itinerary together with me. We can go through it together. So here we go. December 27th is when you're going to take that overnight flight to Kilimanjaro in Tanzania. You're going to need an e-visa, which you can do ahead of time to show at the airport when you arrive. You do not need any vaccination for this trip. So all you need is your passport with at least 6 months left on it of the validity. And of course, that visa that I mentioned. Everything else, not mandatory. So you're good to go. It's usually an overnight flight, so December 28th, you're going to arrive in Kilimanjaro probably late evening. So we're just going to pick you up from the airport. Our private guide will be there waiting for you with a private car and take you to a lodge in Arusha. This is within an hour of the airport. That way you don't have to drive far. You can just rest and really prepare for the safari, which is the big part of the trip, which is the expensive part of the trip. So you don't want to go right to safari from the airport so that you're really rested and can enjoy a full day. So that lodge that I mentioned is Lake Duluti. It's a great little coffee plantation. You can rest here, maybe have a lovely dinner if you don't arrive too late, and get some sleep before we go off to the Ngorongoro Crater. Now, how does the safari work? There are so many different ways to enjoy Tanzania. What we do is we have a private ranger that is dedicated for your safari with your own private pop-up Jeep. It looks like this. So everybody has a window seat. If it's two people or if you bring friends and there's four of you, you can do that in one Jeep as well. And the roof pops up so that you can see wildlife, take amazing photography. But when you're going and it's dusty or raining, we close the pop-up roof and you can be comfortable inside. There's air conditioning. This is a private safari, so your ranger stays with you throughout the next few days that we're on the game drives, and that way you can go at your own pace. You can decide if you want to do one full day with a picnic lunch and stay out all day in the park, or do a morning drive, then come back to the lodge, have lunch, relax, go to the spa, and then go out again in the afternoon. It is your trip, and that's what makes it really beautiful, that no two trips are the same. So on our first day from Arusha, we're going to go to Ngorongoro Crater. This is, to me, one of my favorite places in Tanzania. On the way there, we can make a few stops like Tomambu Village. This is a great local place. This is a way for you to get a little cultural interaction into the itinerary. There's a lot of wildlife game drive safaris. So I want to break it up so you get to meet the people of Tanzania as well. Here we can do a walking tour. We can do a tuk-tuk tour just so you can get a good idea of what it looks like. And then we go to Gibbs Farm, which is a local hotel, lovely little plantation where we can have lunch. And afterwards, we can do another hike with elephant caves and a waterfall. Again, just to break up the day and not do safaris game drives, just sitting in a car all day long. This can be adjusted. We can also go to Lake Manyara to see the flamingos. We can do the treetops, which is hanging bridges. So there's a few things that we can do en route. And then we continue to your lodge, and in time for maybe an evening drive or a dinner inside the lodge. Everything is included once we start the safari. So the Also Enjoy Lodge is a property that is like a family-run chain of maybe 6 properties throughout Tanzania. They are stunning, and what they do is build properties that fit the location. We use these properties all throughout the year, so they know us. They take care of our clients really well. It's all inclusive, so you have all your meals, all your activities, all your drinks, and even laundry. So this is another big thing on Tanzania. You're only allowed to bring 44 pounds per person of luggage, and that comes in easy because at the lodges you can have your laundry done within the same day. So while we're at Ngorongoro Crater, the whole point of coming here is to go descend to the bottom of the crater floor, which you will do the next morning. This is a spectacular sight, so different than all the other parks in Tanzania. and you will be able to see all kinds of wildlife all at once. And you will see this mountainous rim where all the hotels are in, and your hotel is also on the rim. Another big part of the Ngorongoro Crater is the Maasai villages that are around here. So you'll be able to visit, get to know what life in the bush is like, and it's really a fascinating combination of wildlife and people that you will do all in one day. So after 2 nights at the Ngorongoro Crater, we go off to the main safari that we come to Tanzania for, and that's the Serengeti. The Serengeti is the most famous national park. It is the most popular national park, but it helps that it is huge. It is massive. So there are many lodges, and even though there's a lot of people visiting, there are many times that you will be all alone with the wildlife. So it's a really special place. So what we do is drive from Ngorongoro Crater to Serengeti. There are also ways to fly. So if we were to choose a lodge that's very far, we would be able to take a little short charter flight. But I think the drive is spectacular. You visit so many different places along the way. You see a lot of people along the way. You go to places like the Cradle of Humanity, which is this photo here. So again, I'm trying to break up the drives for you so that you're not always sitting in a car, so that you get a little history and culture. And once you get to the Serengeti, again, private car, private ranger, same person that will be with you. That way he knows what animals you have seen, what animals are still on your list to see. This is huge so that you're not repeating the experience and repeating with different guides every day, which is a lot of the times on safari. We're trying to avoid that for you. So here we go to Nanyuki Lodge, which is another great property. It's all luxury tented camps. And to me, this is what Tanzania is all about. You still have all the amenities, air conditioning, hot water, private plunge pool, but you still get to hear the wildlife through your canvas tent, which makes it a very special experience. So we're going to be here at the Nanyuki Lodge for 3 nights. So the first day is our arrival day. You're going to get to know the lodge, get to enjoy it. All your meals again are included, all the amenities just like before. Then you spend New Year's Eve here. So when you wake up, it's January 1st, and we're gonna go off on our first full day safari in the Serengeti. And this is cat country. This is lions, leopards, cheetahs. They're all here. Of course, all the other animals as well. Tanzania is great for game driving because there's just such an abundance of wildlife, but you never know what you're going to see. This is by no means a zoo, so every day is quite exciting. So this is that day that you can go on a one full day, bring a picnic lunch, or go off on 2 different excursions. Now, January 2nd is our special day. It's our last full day on safari, and we're going to start with a hot air balloon. And this way you get to get another perspective of the game drives. And then you come back, have breakfast, and go off with your ranger in the afternoon to see anything that you might have missed. And January 3rd, day 8, is our last day when we're leaving the Serengeti. We're going to take you to the airstrip, which is about an hour from the lodge. And that really is another game drive in the morning. Then you have a nonstop flight to Zanzibar. This is a charter flight. This is the flight that allows only 44 pounds. If you have more luggage, you just discuss this with me before leaving and we can figure it out. But once you're in Zanzibar, this is a beautiful island off the coast of Tanzania. And here we're going to, obviously say goodbye to our safari ranger and meet our Zanzibar guide who will pick you up and take you to the resort. The island has Stone Town. Stone Town is the main city here. This is a melting pot of cultures, flavors, history. This has a lot going on. So what we love to do is to show you a little bit of Stone Town so that you get a glimpse into the history, into the market, into the people. It's super congested and very lively. So it's a really wonderful experience when you arrive from the airport. So we're going to take you on a little tour and then continue to your hotel. So the hotel that we chose is Elawana, simply because we love it. There's a lot of beautiful properties, and we can obviously look at other properties as well. this is peak season. This is the holiday season, New Year's Eve season. This is where all the Tanzania people are going on vacation, and of course, Europeans and North Americans. So this is the one property that is not holding a room for us because they need an immediate deposit. So I just wanted to show it to you because this is something that we use for clients all the time. They work just like a safari lodge, all inclusive. They even have kayaking, stand-up paddle boarding. So all your meals and drinks are included. It's a really wonderful place to relax at the end. So you have your arrival day with your tour of Stone Town. Then you have 2 full days free to enjoy the beach, maybe to go out on a boat tour, maybe to go out kayaking, or simply enjoy the resort before your flight on January 6th. So most flights are in the evening. So what we do here at State Adventures is we let you have a late checkout and then have lunch at the resort and then take you to the Zanzibar airport for your international flight home. So January 6th, you take your flight home. Most likely you're going to arrive home on January 7th. Important thing for your flights is you are flying into Kilimanjaro, you are flying home from Zanzibar. So it's an open jaw flight. If you need help with your airfare, let me know. I hope you enjoyed listening to this trip. I'm so excited for your adventures. Of course, we can make any changes. This is your itinerary. I just wanted to make sure everything is clear of how things work. Thanks so much for listening and happy travels.